And I used to live in Barton. Yep. Now I'm in Jersey City.
That's alright, cops got the best weed anyways.
Well, they have all of it.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't smoke it. I would have done I think I'm trying to
Where are the people? Where's the people?
They'll be in Union Square, so.
Where?
Some of them don't feel like marching. Because you're going to march.
Let's go.
Oh, Mike. I'm marching back over here.
They had to take the tag on Sergeant. Sergeant Lee from the 5th Precinct. She's covering the shoot right now. And as per shoot more, email that.
There you go. One more. There you go.
How many we have?
Can you make a comment? You seem to be in charge.
Ma'am, I'm conducting
Who's going to make a comment? Can you make a comment?
Not right now, ma'am.
No, I'm on public property, aren't I? We're photographed 200 times a day. Isn't that correct? We have a right to travel freely. I'm conducting an operation too. I'm a public access producer.
Thank you very much.
I'm doing my job. Am I harming you?
No, but you're interfering the police procedures right now. Can we please conduct
But you're
our
doing
operation?
police procedures on public property.
I'm giving out sensitive information, so you have to remove.
You're gonna have to step
Ma'am, you're in the middle of our
Okay.
formation.
This is supposed to be a pot parade. This is a pot parade.
Can you please step
I just want someone to make a comment. Surely there's somebody here that can comment. There must be. We came here for this. The people came here for this. Do you want to comment? You don't want to comment.
Hello.
Your lack of comment is also a comment. Thank you very much. Badge number 26. Thank you.
Why do you push it?
Because there's nothing happening here.
Joe Barton, also know Joe Anderson, historic case upstate. They fought them to withdraw medical marijuana. They fought them to withdraw.
On religious marijuana.
That I heard.
Hi, Dana. I'm Paula.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, how are you?
This is my book. It's all on DVD.
Sorry, excuse me.
Huh?
Hey, are you Dana Beal? I will give you a copy also.
Okay.
I don't really actually think we're going to need it. I was supposed to get a milk crate, and that was the one thing I forgot to order.
Oh, a milk crate. That would have been a good idea.
There's so many people here that I don't know.
I think basically, you know...
What's that?
It's surprising to me there's so many people I don't know who are around. And that means that there are many people in this movement.
Yeah.
We should be legalized. Like, weed is helpful. Like, and other drugs are helpful also. Like,
Thank you.
things are being tested for their empathetic potential and for psychiatric healing also.
Thank you.
I'm still waiting now. I don't know where they are.
You should be over there.
No, I get a better view back here.
You should put the mic on. Long time no see. Let me fix this here. Commission to legalize, regulate, tax pot like alcohol. I'm against that. I'm against that.
Yeah, come on.
I'm against that.
Well,
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Your opinion, man?
No, he's against. No, I'm forward to legalize marijuana because it's so good in so many levels.
No, we're only against it
Oh,
because
you're against it.
we're against it. We're saying we should repeal the whole law, throw the whole law out.
No, why? What do you want to do with the plants? Burn it all?
No, you don't understand. Anybody should be able to grow the plant.
Oh, yeah,
You don't
exactly.
need a license to grow
Oh,
the
no.
plant.
Oh,
You don't
that's
need to legalize it. It's already free. God gave it to everybody.
I totally forward that one.
That's what we're about. That's all.
Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, right.
As I was about to say, I'll smoke it all then if you want to get rid of it.
No. In other words, how can you not
Yeah,
grow a plant?
It shouldn't be illegal. Exactly.
Hi there.
Why natural has to be legal?
Of course not. That's why the law is unconstitutional.
Okay, great. Then I need to talk to you. Come on.
I have a TV show called Pot Talk.
I'm a newbie. You know? You got a car?
No.
Are you in Manhattan?
Yeah, we had Manhattan.
Channel
Yeah.
34 every Saturday night at 9:30. Pot Talk with Joe Barton.
Okay.
Time
you
Warner.
Guys, can y'all have me on to give you some pot talk about the fact that we want to see everybody that is incarcerated with non-violent marijuana drugs to be released?
Of course.
No one's going in.
And their record expunged. Okay? Can you get a difference up in
No, I got to speak. Look up pineman.org.
That people run off.
I used to fight.
I'm waiting for some people to officially.
I just wanted to be down here.
So I get some pictures.
Do you know who he is?
Who he is?
Yeah.
I've heard he's a legend.
He is a legend.
I don't know who he
That's
is.
Pie Man.
Pie Man. Pie Man.
One of the original Yippies. Is that right?
Listen, I want to take some pictures. Yes.
You're one of the originals, right?
The latter, second generation.
So tell us, how did the pot parade start?
It started in 1971. The first one in New York was in 71. As they marched from Washington Square to Central Park. But in reality, the smoking started in 67. In Tompkins Square Park. The hippies and the Puerto Ricans had problems over turf. Dana came up with the idea of the smoking. That brought people together.
Oh, wow.
You know, because I was there.
For the smoke-in?
Yeah, I was there.
That brought the hippies and the
hippies.
I don't have a bullhorn, but I'm loud.
Mic check!
Mic check! Mic check!
2 Ibogaine volunteers, possibly 3 people who care passionately about the issue of Ibogaine. I need people to carry that sign, this sign here.
Excuse me. Please, I'm trying to get
Sorry.
I'm trying to get pictures.
Oh shoot, there's no battery.
Yeah, so you look great.
I'll definitely need it.
I don't see him. Ask him if he's got him.
I got to see Share it with my grandma, keeps it from her son, 'cause we all know that's dust against the law. Now there's nothing growing in my yard, 'cause cops call my land and both my car. Now I have to buy my pot from a teenager in the parking lot who's growing marijuana in his yard. Oh, anyone can grow it in their yard. Say I can show you how, it ain't hard. Never mind the president, let's overgrow the government and all grow marijuana in our yard. Let's grow some marijuana
Out of our gardens. Government out of our gardens. Anybody? Sir, you look like a gardener.
Nope.
You won't carry a sign?
Nope.
All right. That's all right. I used to be like that too. Anybody want to carry a sign? Yeah, sure.
I carry a sign.
Political and what they do to get rid of us.
Yep.
Sorry.
I mean, no, I'll do it.
I don't know. I'm just here helping.
Looking good.
Do you know anybody from, is Ian Sonata actually coming?
Yeah, they said they were.
Hold on, he's taking. Hold on, he's taking pictures. He's taking pictures.
They're supposed to, they're not. We're getting our picture taken. Solomon, we're getting our picture taken. Barron.
Oh, he's done?
Go ahead.
Okay, come here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, you guys, come on, I'm getting pictures. I'm posting, it's going to be in Facebook. Get ready. Yeah, I can send you.
Would you move a little bit?
Excuse me. You're with the parks?
I'm sorry?
You're with the parks?
No. Sparks and Recreation. Yeah. My name's Jano. I'm the founder of the Cannabis Legalization Coalition. I'm also helping here to...
Legalization. We want repeal of a law that should have never been.
Re-legalization is probably the best way to say it.
No. Legalization means they're going to license big corporations, and people, and all our brothers and sisters are still going to be going to jail because when they legalize it, they're going to have all these rules that our people are not going to follow. I've been a marijuana activist since 1970.
What is your name?
Joe Barton.
Jano,
I have a TV show called Pot Talk with Joe Barton.
Pot Talk?
Yeah.
Every Saturday night.
I want to check that out. Is this for Pot Talk?
Yeah.
Hello to all the viewers of Pot Talk. Jano of the Cannabis Legalization Coalition.
Excuse me.
No, not legalization.
We're working to get the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act passed. That's why we're here to gather support.
No, we don't want them taxed. We want, before the law was made, the law was unconstitutional. Anslinger lied to Congress.
I understand.
The law was passed on fraud.
We need to continue organizing the contingents. I would love to speak with you guys a little more afterward.
No, but you're organizing for the wrong thing.
Go! You in park?
Look, you don't have to ask. Just grab a sign if you want one.
Sorry, I had the mic off and you spoke so well. Can you say that again? About the difference between repeal and legalization.
Legalization, by definition, is a controlled substance or any type of substance that is prohibited and only allowed in specific forms allowable by the government for the people and society. However, repeal is taking the criminal penalties off of the plant and allowing adult use.
Now, what do you think about organizations like LEAP and all that?
The people with the Hemp for Victory banner, please. Come on.
Come on, y'all.
I would hope. I know a couple people from LEAP, and they're great guys, great. I support LEAP fully, but I would really like to see people stop trying to promote overtaxation when 85% of the people that are arrested for low-level marijuana crimes are low-income Black and Latino youth. Legalization is not going to help unless it's going to be targeted to the population that it directly affects.
How do you see the future since LEAP is well funded? People will fund, you know, unless there's money in it. How do we deal with that?
Well, the government's never going to do anything unless there's something in it for them. But the more people that learn about the true freedom of repeal and nullification of cannabis prohibition is the more people that will not support these archaic laws. Understand that in 1972, the very commission that was hired to deschedule cannabis said it was not addictive. The Schaefer Commission said that it was not addictive and caused no mental side effects. And it's still considered a Schedule I drug on the DAA's list, which by definition has no medical effects or properties. However, they have a lab in Mississippi since 1974 distributing federal medical marijuana across the country.
And not just that, our government has 9 patents on marijuana.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The DEA also, most recently, I think was in 2010 or 2011, when they patented cannabinoids as a neuroprotectant.
And in 1974, they did research, the DEA and the Virginia Medical College, they were trying to prove that marijuana caused brain cancer. They injected brain cancer. They injected rats with cancer. Then they gave them pure THC, and they found that the THC attacked the cancer cells.
Well, that's because, you know,
Let me finish. And then they said, they came out with this big scare campaign, marijuana, they now said they had proof, marijuana attacks brain cells, but they didn't say it attacked the cancer cells and left the healthy cells completely alone.
You're correct on that.
Oh, I've been doing this
I know you
since
have.
1970.
I can tell by what you're talking. You're one of the first people that have said the same thing that I say to people, and I appreciate hearing that.
Go one step further. Tell her about your religious argument and the ACL.
I was doing, in 1972, I did my first case on freedom of religion for marijuana. To say, no, we got to get rid of the whole law. I've done 6 cases on marijuana for freedom of religion, you know? I want it completely, I want the law completely repealed.
That's right.
And LEAP, I know you say you like them.
No, I like the people because they're stand-up guys, but I do not like their policies, and I do not like what they're promoting. I do not think that legalization should still cause incarceration that targets the same demographic that's already being incarcerated. So this legalization is not going to help anyone. Not in New York City, not in Albany, from edge to edge in New York. This legalization is not going to help the very demographic that is incarcerated and affected. And let's not talk about the many people that are killed for marijuana every day. We don't need to just talk about, oh, I went to jail because I had weed. There's people dying for marijuana, period. And no one should die over a plant.
Now, I want you to come on my television show.
I will.
I have a TV show called Hot Talk with Joe Barton.
Okay, great. I'll definitely
give me your phone number.
All right.
One more thing. Tell her about jury nullification and what
she knows about jury nullification.
He was supposed to have his case done for religious reasons in what, 1974?
In 1974.
Tell her.
In 1974, I was doing a case on freedom of religion, right? And I approached the ACLU to take my case. They could only do one case at the time for $1 million. And it came down to either they were going to take my case for freedom of religion or the Nazis' right to march in Stokey. And they took the Nazis.
They sure did.
But oh my God, you want me to start about the Nazis?
No.
Two juries on his.
You got a pen? I can't find my pen.
The Nazis want to crush everything.
Did you miss your speech or you didn't give one?
No, the police won't allow it. Which press are you? Yeah, I'm going to be famous.
get messed. Well, I can't comment. So sorry. Yeah.
Is it fun?
Is it fun? I can't comment on it. I have to stay unbiased.
Put your phone number.
Okay.
Put it in here.
All right.
He's doing Hot Talk with Joe Barton.
Okay, great. I would love to do that.
Week at Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Great. I would appreciate it.
Legalization is still going to mean incarceration.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Joe?
Sure.
I love it. How are you?
Of course.
I'm from New York 1. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Kind of got caught up here. Yeah, the small microphone is much easier, right? Okay, first question is easiest. Just say it. I got it. You relax. Just say and spell for me your first and last name.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Krebs.
And spell it for me, Kim.
K-R-E-P-P.
Okay, and give me your title.
I'm the director of the Capital District Cannabis Consortium, New York for Cannabis, and Americans for Cannabis.
What is the consortium? Tell me a little bit about it.
We are a full repeal and nullification organization. We do not support legalization. We're here to teach people about the message of repeal. In 1972, the Schaefer Commission was hired in order to evaluate marijuana to see if it belonged on the Controlled Substances Act. The Schaefer Commission came back and reported that it did not cause mental health problems, it did not cause anxiety, and everything was derived out of racism.
We want repeal of the law that should have never been. It was unconstitutional from its inception.
Cuomo's law, or?
No. When the federal government made it illegal.
Now,
glad you're not arrested. Yeah, I don't know. That was just some rumor. It was dispelled.
Lied to Congress to get it made illegal. When you lie to Congress to make a law, it becomes fraud. That makes the law unconstitutional from its inception. And we don't want legalization. We want the law repealed.
no way.
And so I've always heard that we help with glaucoma. Like, exactly how does it help? Does it bring back sight?
Here, we're saying that.
Now, glaucoma is
Just being here, people will learn our message. We already have supporters here that understand and embrace what we say, and we only came 2 people here. Now there's about 15 people here that completely support our message. So we know that we're supported, and we know that the more people that learn the truth and the meaning and the paradigm between legal versus lawful, the more people will embrace the ideals of repeal.
Thank you.
Yeah. Woo! No, I'm used to getting
You were telling me about everything.
Hey, if you want, you can have a copy of this.
There's no way I had the repeal marijuana in New York sign, and they told me not to hold it up at the rally, but when they put the flyers out, they put me on the flyer with that sign.
Yeah.
And they stole my sign from me at the rally.
They did.
Like, is Gabe here from the DPA?
When we
or
had
Cassandra?
when
Where
we
they
had
at?
when we had 100,000 people in Washington for the marijuana thing, Normal came along and said, let us decriminalize 2 ounces, and they wanted to have a thing. At the time, I was a real big deal. So they wanted me to support them. I went there and I said to keep stop. So what do you want to do? Oh, we want to. We had 100,000 people, and we were telling everybody, oh, give us money, we'll fight it. Right? And we were trying to get millions.
Did you make that sign?
No, I didn't make it.
It's a beautiful sign. You're looking nice with it.
Thank you.
What's your position here?
Just a protester, that's all. I'll be protesting for the rights of marijuana legalization.
You're going to be on Pop Talk with Joe Barton.
Oh, really?
It's on every Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday at 9:30.
Wow, really?
Are you on Manhattan Neighborhood Network, Time Warner, cable in Manhattan?
No, I have Verizon. I'm from Brooklyn.
Are you in Manhattan? Oh, it's well, you can go to mnn.org or look it up on the internet.
You said mnn.org?
Yeah, Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Okay. Great.
You're looking very nice.
Thank you.
Thanks. Word.
Oh yeah, notification. I've heard of that. Yeah. So let me get back to you.
He said he wanted to see where he wanted to put you. Put us in the front.
I got tags, so why? I need to get back to you on this, and then I'll tell you more. Is there anyone else in your contingent?
We can pull a bunch of people with us because we got a few people.
Okay, awesome.
Every Friday
There, right?
Yeah. Are you a friend of Dana Beal's?
I don't know Dana Beal's. I may know by a different name.
The owner of the Hippie Cafe?
No.
Oh, well, we'll have to get you on with him too.
Okay. I got invited to one show here in New York, and when I got the message late, and when I contacted them, they never got back to us. So we don't get a lot of play, and everything we do is out of our pockets, and we don't have a lot of money. You know, we make minimum wage. You know, and so we do what we can do. I do know Terry Phelan, who is her affiliate.
Oh, really?
Yes, Terry Phelan wanted to come to the march today as well. Yep. Yes. Yep. And Terry's still active in Albany. They're still kicking. I remember when she brought the weed plant into the Capitol.
Were you there when she did that?
They kept telling me about it. They were like, Kim, you gotta go meet her. You're gonna love her. I was like, so I'm dying to actually meet her.
Well, she had a public access show about jury nullification.
Okay.
Shortly after that, they closed the public access station.
Oh, wow.
That's how powerful jury nullification is.
I would like to try to do something in Albany, Schenectady on public access, but I'm really not sure how to go about it or get help. Okay, great. Because we've been talking about it for like the past year, trying to get it together.
Is this your partner here?
Yeah, this is my homegirl. We've been friends for a long time.
We're loving how she's looking. We just don't like Lee.
I know, but we didn't have any more weed shirts. So we
No, she looks great.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So you'll probably see me at more events. I'm getting more into it.
Yeah, but this sign reminds me a little of the graphics of New York Can.
Okay. Well, my friend Curie Prophet had this made for me and sent to me from Oklahoma.
Okay, are you marijuana or medical?
Marijuana.
Marijuana, not medical.
Not medical.
They're full legalization.
No, I'm full repeal.
Well, okay, my bad. Yeah.
Okay, come here, please.
It's the best sign here, you know.
And everybody else in the world too. Fucking Andre Peterson does it. Oh my God.
You gotta go line up. Thank you.
Okay.
Back at the very normal contest, they locked me in a room so I couldn't speak. We had 100,000 people protesting in Washington, right, about marijuana. When Keith Stropp came along, he said, "Oh, just give me $2 million and I'll decriminalize 2 ounces, right? And I said, I was a big dealer at the time, selling truckloads of weed, right? And they said, I said to him, that's so lawyers like you can smoke and people like me will still be going to jail. They grabbed me and locked me in a room with big gorillas so I couldn't speak. And then people voted to have NORML. And in all these years, all NORML ever does when people get busted is said, we can get you a lawyer. And the lawyers plead people out to a lesser charge. They've never really tried to. The law was unconstitutional. They should have fought the law as unconstitutional, and all our brothers and sisters wouldn't have been going to jail. Millions of people have gone to jail because of this unconstitutional law, so we want it repealed.
He had 300 plants, 40 pounds, and a lot of cash, and he didn't get any probation because of constitutionality.
Because I know law.
Yeah, but you gotta fight.
Have a good day. Where did Dana go?
He left or
where did they go?
Where no one can see, so let's keep this between you and me. I'm growing marijuana in my yard. I'm growing marijuana in my yard. I can't tell my boss or I'll get fired. I don't grow much, just what I use. I work all day, and when I'm through, I smoke some marijuana from my yard. Now the policeman wants to talk to me. He says, how you gonna smoke up all that weed? He says, money's what you're in it for. Don't you know we're in a war? Come on, don't haul your ass downtown with me. I said, hey man, what is it to you? How do I infringe on what
I have my own radio show. It's called Fully Baked Radio.
All right.
I seen you going around with the camera. I'm from New Jersey. Decided to come to New York to check out the New York Cannabis Parade. Once again, our radio show is Fully Baked Radio. Find us on fullybakedradio.com. We air every Monday.
Joe, this guy's with Fully Baked Radio.
With what?
I have my own cannabis talk radio show out in New Jersey. It's called Fully Baked Radio.
I have a TV show here in New York called Pot Talk with Joe Barton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I have a radio show up in Woodstock and a TV show up in Woodstock.
Oh, okay. So you go to the damn sand festivals and things like that? Or
I used to. I don't support them anymore.
Really? Why is that? If you don't mind me asking. I went to my first one last year.
They're nice for just hanging out and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're pushing for medical so that they can get a license, so that they can have some kind of control. I'm for repeal of a law that was unconstitutional and should have never been. Legalization or medical marijuana laws still are going to have people going to jail. You know, they're going to let a fat cat have a license, and people like you and me and all our brothers and sisters are still going to be getting arrested because they don't have a license. Or if you have a license, it's going to have so many rules. Once you break a rule, you're in jail again. We want repeal, not legalization, of a law that should have never been. It was unconstitutional from its inception.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So you obviously believe in decarceration and all that?
Oh, I want all marijuana prisoners released and no more going in.
Amen. Amen. Hell yeah. You got
live by now. You think he looks like me, Eddie? Nose and mouth.
Kids, you know, all kids have that baby fat.
Yeah, got my nose and mouth.
Did you get your $5 back from David Beal?
For what back from him?
At my wedding, you said, if you see David Beal, he owes me $5.
I don't recall that, but I want nothing to do with him for other reasons. I'm not in this band anymore.
Oh, you're not?
Definitely not. Want nothing to do with him.
We want repeal of a law that should have never been. Yeah. against us? Do you really believe that they're looking out for our best interests? No, but they say we're cops against prohibition, but they say legalize and tax and regulate. You know. Oh, I'm not arguing. I'm trying to educate.
Too late for me. I make it a point.
Why is that? I know the answer.
You know the
Talk to me. Bring it up with NYPD. They're not in the parade. This is too bad. Actually, you know what?
Well, they can park the vehicle.
Do they have a vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, we now have a van that dropped out. So if you can find the traffic officer,
where's Vickery?
Well, you know what he looks like. Just try to introduce him to Fred and then make the connection with Oakland jails. I don't see him.
Okay, well, we need, because
we can connect him with Vickery.
Are you Noah Potter?
I am. How you doing?
Good.
It's actually not. I'm sorry. This is really not a good.
Why is Joe Barton and Dana Beal not speaking on the stage? Because we're public access producers out to 650,000 households.
Are you in support of? Do you support? Okay, I'll ask you a question. Do you support this event? Do you support this event? Then you'll. Yeah.
Public access shows. They told me that Dana and Joe would be speaking at 32nd and Broadway. We told, we support it and we support what we say.
Do you have a question? Do you have a question?
Why are Joe and Dana not speaking?
Okay, may I respond? Do you support this event? Do you support this event?
No
do you
comment.
support this event?
I'm asking you a question.
And I'm asking you a question. Do you support this event?
I'm asking you to answer my question first.
The answer to your question is that if you support this event, you'll let me do my job right now.
And your job is to not let Dana and Joe speak? That's what I'm trying to ask.
We don't have a functioning sound system.
You don't have a functioning sound system?
No, we don't. The generator won't start. We have to step. We have to leave in 20 minutes.
So you're telling me they were supposed to speak, but because of a bad generator, they didn't speak? So it's bad organization? I mean, we gave it more publicity than anyone else.
Troy's on the phone. Troy's on the phone with Nicolazzo.
Give him a break.
Let's fucking decriminalize 2 ounces, right? And I said, decriminalize 2 ounces so lawyers can get high, and anybody who has a pound or more is going to go to jail. Keith Strupp had people grab me and lock me in a room so I couldn't speak at the first Normal conference. After that, everybody started giving their money to Normal, and the protests stopped when we would have had 1 million people there, and we would have had it legalized back then.
Or prohibited.
Or prohibited, right?
End of prohibition.
End of prohibition. And that was in 1971, right? And ever since then, Normal has been saying, oh, go with us, go with us. But if you get busted, I've had many friends get busted. They call Normal up, and Normal says, oh, we'll get you a lawyer. And what do Normal lawyers always do? They plead them down to a lower charge. Normal should have been fighting to repeal the law that should have never been. It was unconstitutional from its start. They knew that Anslinger, who started the law, lied to Congress. When you lie to Congress to get a law passed, it makes the law null and void. And Normal, I told Keith Strupp and Normal, all those people.
Sorry to interrupt, John. We got the generator, so let's
okay,
this way.
Cool. I'll be right back. I want to keep discussing this, but right now, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Well, tell me your name again.
Joe Barton.
Joe Barton.
I have a TV show called Pot Talk.
John,
okay.
You need all right. Oh wait, you might have some extra. Hey, excuse me. Watch cables. He's right there.
Mic check.
You are just watching cables. I don't want you to get hurt.
On the other side of you?
I can whistle. Right, good idea, good idea. Mic check. When I introduce you, what should I say? Joe Barton.
I have a TV show, Pot Talk with Joe Barton.
Who hosts Pot Talk. Got it. All right.
Mic check. Woo! All right. How's everybody doing today? Awesome. Glad to be here. Glad to be celebrating our favorite plant, cannabis. All right. Good. I'm sure you guys already know this, but cannabis has many uses, many benefits. It is a spiritual tool for introspection, meditation. It is a medicine for those with epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, depression, and various other illnesses. And even industrial, it can be used to produce clothing, paper, food, fuel, and building material. Cannabis really does it all, so that's why we're here, to celebrate it and get prohibition overturned, to repeal the prohibition that has lasted for too long. That's why we're here today. Alright, so we got to head off here in about 15 minutes. We cannot be late to Union Square. 12:30 we have to step off, so everybody gather around, get into your contingents, and yeah, we got to get going real soon. My first speaker is a man named Aaron Kay, so I'd like to introduce him, and please everyone give a warm round of applause for Aaron Kay.
Hey! I've been doing this since 1973. And everybody should come to the Pop March every year until the laws are changed. Well, I have something to say to the powers that be. They all talk about putting pot on schedule this, schedule that, and all this mishigas. I tell these Michigan fascists, go to hell. Deschedule, not reschedule. Let me hear it. Deschedule, not reschedule. Deschedule, not reschedule. I want marijuana to be scheduled to the same level as tomatoes, strawberries, and cucumbers. Where you can go to your fruit stand over on Brighton Beach Avenue and get it weighed out for you by your local grocer. Because marijuana is a plant. It's a medicine. I could have lost my legs, but I've been smoking pot every day for almost 10, 15 years since my legs got messed up with lymphedema. Well, I still got them, and that's the good part about it. Hemp, hooray! Hemp, hooray! And listen, I want to keep this brief so other people can speak. I believe that
nobody's super sensitive.
The abominable snow job should call for mass amnesty for all our prisoners of weed. Open the gates. Restoration of assets. Restoration of jobs. Restoration of our children that have been taken away. Remember, and free our prisoners of weed. Remember, Chris Christie, pot is an herb, Chris Christie is a dope. Pot is an herb, Christie's a dope. And let's make it more legal. Forget what they're doing in Colorado and Washington. Too many regs. Deschedule, not reschedule. See you at the rally.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Very spirited. All right. So next up we have Andy Dier. We have Andy Dier. She is a member of Occupy Weed Street and a social media strategist for the Long Island Transgender Advocacy Coalition. And she's going to speak to us on how recreational is medical. So Andy?
Excuse me.
Thank you. The other day when I was asked about this parade, I was told, sorry, I don't believe in that. Cannabis is not a belief. Cannabis is not for casual opinions. I am sick. I am sick of being told that talking about medicine is inappropriate. of being accused of trying to seem cool and edgy for it. Marijuana isn't funny. Nearly half of all transgender people have attempted to commit suicide. I was almost one of them. Cannabis cured me, not as a coping mechanism, but it actually cured my body dysmorphia. When I look in the mirror now, I no longer see a ghost staring back at me. This is something rarely talked about, especially in substance-free spaces. And it becomes especially dangerous when I have a friend who was put in a male prison in Westchester County for a non-violent drug possession charge. She was assaulted by the war on drugs. It was brought on her by her lawyer parents who didn't approve of her transition. We have to stop using the justice system as a tool for our own. It's time for intersectionality. It's time to end lethal ignorance. It's time to end gatekeeping to necessary health care. There's so much support for medical marijuana. But here's the thing. You cannot support medical marijuana without supporting full recreational marijuana. Because there will always be oversight. Like how Chris Christie in New Jersey voted edibles, and hospice patients who have serious conditions can't get the necessary treatment. It's time to finally end mental health stigma. Heal the mind. It's time to brute force legalization. Right here, right now.
Thank you very much, Andy. All right, our next speaker is Joe Barton, the host of Pod Talk TV. A warm round of applause for Joe.
Okay, what I've been saying for 40 years, it's time to free all marijuana prisoners and we don't want any more going in. This is absurd. Our government knew when they made the law it was based on lies. Anslinger lied to Congress and made the laws. Now, when you lie to Congress to make a law, it makes that law null and void. We want the law repealed, not legalized. Legalized is going to mean they give a license to big fat cats so they can sell it to us at high prices. And people like us are still going to be going to jail. If you get caught growing it, you're going to be going to jail. If you get caught with, if you have a medical marijuana, we're against medical. We want repeal of a law that should have never been. We want it to go back to the way it was before this law, when every farmer in this country could grow marijuana. Nobody went to jail for it. So let's hear it. We want to free all marijuana prisoners. We want no more going in. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Joe. You bring up a great point. It's important to know that the federal government still considers cannabis a Schedule I drug, according to federal law. It believes it has the highest potential for abuse and no medicinal value. But we already know that is not true. Meanwhile, the government owns the patent that is received in October 2003. It's called cannabinoids as antioxidants and neuroprotectants. They're keeping the good stuff for themselves. Yeah, exactly. So my next speaker we have is Brandon and Annette from Act Up. So please give a warm round of applause for Brandon and Annette.
Hi everyone, thanks for letting us speak. We are from ACT UP, the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power, and we're here because healthcare is a human right and access to medicine is a human right. And we all know that marijuana is medicine. But more than that, we're here because we want to end the drug war. Because it's unconscionable the way our drug laws treat people who use cannabis and other drugs. People with HIV have been part of the medical marijuana movement from the very beginning. They were instrumental in the passing medical marijuana in California and opening the original dispensaries. And we're here to say that ACT UP is still here and still in this fight. And Brandon's going to talk about what's wrong with the current laws.
Hey guys, I'm Brandon. Hey guys, please disregard what's happening over there. We need to keep schedule. We need to take off very soon. So my next speaker is Brittany from Selfie. She's going to give us a little words of peace and understanding. So a warm round of applause for Brittany.
I'm from Selfie.com and it's not what it sounds like. It's a video conversation app and we're sparking the conversation. We're sparking the conversation and talking about marijuana and legalization of marijuana. And I'm also of peace, and everyone needs to love each other, and when you wish someone well, wish them well. There's no room for judgment in this world, and I just want to spread the idea of love, so love!
Thank you very much, Brittany. Peace and love. That's what this is all about. Our last speaker for the Free Parade Rally is a man named Jack Cole, who is the head of an organization called LEAP, Law Enforcement Against Prohibition. So give a warm round of applause once again for Jack Cole.
Thank you. We started this organization in 2002 with 5 cops. Today we have well over 150,000 police, judges, prosecutors, prison officials, and supporters in 120 countries. We are calling for the legalization and regulation of all drugs, folks. All drugs, not just marijuana. Marijuana is like Drug Policy 101 does. Naturally, you should legalize it. But don't forget those other drugs, because you can legalize marijuana today. It wouldn't end the overdose deaths by 1 person, because as you all know, nobody dies from ingesting marijuana. It wouldn't reduce the number of people being infected by AIDS and hepatitis by 1 person, because that is going on with hard drug users using intravenous drug use. So we need to legalize it all. You want to be part of a revolution? This is literally a revolution. It's an educational revolution, but mark my words, it is a revolution nevertheless. If we get what we want, it's going to change the world, and it's going to change it all for the better. So let's go down and march and have a great rally down at the other end. All right?
All these people are getting behind the contingents, and then the cars are going to come. So they should wait until these contingents go. Okay, 12:24.
All right, everyone, we're about to take off, so please get ready. I just want to end by saying, together, we will cut away the vines that are choking our cannabis plant. We will shelter the plant from the elements of big business and government that seek to trample it. And together, we shall plant the seeds of change. Thank you very much.
Nice. No. Nice. That's awesome.
Your mic was on.
Are you the police escort? What do you think about this event? Guys, push me.
It's just
This is back in the 70s.
Were you an attorney?
No, but I know a lot of law. I studied law. I studied law just because I got arrested up in New York with 300 marijuana plants, 40 pounds of weed. I was making passing hash oil. And after I put in all my arguments, they said, no jail time, no probation, no penal abolished, go away, not get more trouble.
I want to know what you know. I want to be able to defend myself like that.
I got it all on paper. All the laws, all the stuff to cite.
Is that available anywhere for me to read about?
Of course.
This case?
We're going to put it up on the internet. We're going to put it up. Right now, it's all in my paperwork. It needs to be.
We'll talk about it on TV. That's what his TV show's about. It's law.
Is it on like a local channel or is it a web show?
Well, Channel 34 here in New York.
Okay.
On Saturday night, 9:30 to 10:30.
Well, I live in Long Island, so I probably can't access it.
No, you can't.
Yeah, he can over the internet.
Okay.
You can, yeah, you can over the internet on MNN, Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
What do you think about this?
Another day in New York.
$901-1114.